You must be wondering why this is happening now. What are the motives of the bill sponsors that want to repeal the elected RTD board? Frankly, in my opinion, the goal is theft, pure and simple. This is a train robbery designed to seize RTD's money paid by everyone, taxpayers throughout the district, to benefit a small minority of aggrieved elected officials, primarily from Broomfield and Boulder. They have reason to be unhappy. There was a promise in fast tracks that a rail line would connect Boulder to downtown Denver, but it was not a commitment or a legal obligation. It was a desire to have a complete system. Frankly, we ran out of money. And that particular line was one of the least profitable, least revenue producing, and it went to the bottom of the list. I think that the Front Range Rail project that's currently under consideration to connect Cheyenne to Fort Collins down through Boulder and into Denver provides the opportunity for all of us to get the rail service that was originally anticipated and that we've been unable to pay for. I support the Front Range project, as I think most people do, that it's an economic benefit for all of us. They're under some pressure, however, because federal grants for rail projects in this country will become available through the IRA Infrastructure Act in 2025 and 2026. The Front Range Rail project has to be able to match what would be up to a $2 billion grant or loan, which means that we have to have a local match of $400 million. Front Range Passenger Rail, to their credit and their board, has very deep concerns about this piece of legislation. Although they have said very little publicly, I've had a chance to talk to many of the board members, and they think that this is both arrogant and counterproductive to try and pick a fight with RTD, who has to be an integral partner to the success of this system. Instead, they decided to try and seize the assets of RTD through a minority rule of an appointed board. There are places, this will place the FRA grant money at risk. There are 20 other projects in this country in line behind us that will not have a public squabble between their various public agencies. What they're trying to do, an analogy would be if you were looking for mortgage money to buy a house and you had a rich uncle, instead of going and asking for a loan, you went to court, asked them to be declared incompetent, and then asked the court to name you as the guardian of their money and get your mortgage loan that way. This is just crazy what has been proposed. Dr. Cog's role in this, in the legislation, has never been discussed, never been approved, never been voted on at Dr. Cog. CTIO, the Technical Innovation Office at CDOT, has never publicly considered, never publicly debated, never publicly supported this legislation. It is strictly designed to place handcuffs on RTD by saying that their plan has to conform with the transit plans developed by MPOs, the planning organizations, rather than leading, they have to follow. The Front Range Passenger Rail project right now is still just a hope, an aspiration. There's no service plan that can be presented to voters. There's no permanent funding source to fund, construct, and operate the system, and there's no guarantee of success. So the entire proposal is a fraud that's really been designed to disguise the fact that if they can control the RTD board, they can reach in and take the money out of what would be the capital reserves designed for the completion of fast track, and use that to match federal funds. That's not the way to go about doing business. Thank you.